So today, I thought what I might do is reskin the well. Just there's this mishmash of old fence stuff on the top, some old broken lattice work. So we will take all of that skin off the old roof, my pole for the old Wi-Fi, clean a lot of this up, put some new, well, used lumber, and tin it. So I've got the tin over there. I've got a bunch of lumber over here I can use to kind of give me a foundation for it. And we will get this thing looking a little nicer. All right, made some progress on getting this thing framed up. There's the demolition part. So I figured the bottom, middle, and top I'd have places to screw to. I did end up using and recycling some of that board from over there. Some of it's still pretty wet, so I may not be able to put steel in this today. I may just let it dry. I do have some questions, so I wanted to leave an opening so I can get in and out of this thing. So that should work. That gives me plumbing access there. Here's my quandary, is I've got stuff to do on the back. This valve right here leaks, so we've got water there, which is not good. So I'll have to repair that. But it's mostly framed out on this side. I don't know how I want to get to things. I've got to be able to get to that valve. And if these things need servicing, you need to be able to get at the back side of this. I've already had to replace that valve or that switch. I need to be able to get to this, so I'll probably end up, oh shoot, I can't run a hose off of that. This is where I test for chlorine, so it'll just spill out the back. When I say spill out the back, I'm leaving a gap down at the bottom so I can get to my purge valve and the two lines that are the vents for the charcoal and the brine tanks for water softening. So I'll probably just tin from that board up to the top, and then I'll take some, I think I'm just gonna put, this is a long enough board, and it's sitting up here on edge to dry. Probably just cut a bunch of these laid flat instead of upright, and put that over the top so I have a place to screw roof to, and I'm not going to worry about a pitch. I mean, it just rains here in Florida. If this roof leaks, so what? I mean, all this equipment is outdoor rated, so we should be fine. But I'm starting to sort out some of the tin. Those are too short. They were my testers. I had another piece wandered off somewhere. Maybe one of those that's long enough. But I'll have to weed through some of what's over here. Some of them are not full width, but that may just be what I deal with. But I think that stuff there is all full width, but it's been screwed through, so it's got holes in it. Oh well. At some point, does it really matter if it's got holes or not? Like I said, should all be outdoor rated in there, so we should be good. And yeah, this works really well, much better than a hat, by the way. And it's not, it breathes actually pretty well. It's what they call a fishing shirt or whatever. So it's actually better than wearing a hat. But anyway, that's my story with the pump house. Hopefully it'll look better once we're done. And it just may be open on the backside, which is okay. You won't see it from the street or as you come in. Anyway, back to it.
Yeah, this is pretty nice up here, huh? Yeah, okay. Come on up.
Well, there's some progress. Got most of the framing done, straightened the sheeting, figuring out how that's going to pan out, but I think it's going to look way better. And then once you get over to this spot here, it will almost blend in with the shop. Hey Thor, did you come to see what I did? Okay, let's go have a look. So it's not quite done. Still got a mess. Bought some plumbing parts, but this is kind of where we're headed. I'm going to leave intentionally some gaps. I don't think that's the end piece because it's got holes in it. I've got some that don't have holes in them so that we can not have as much leak. But so I think what I decided to do on this is we're going to cut this there and I don't know, somewhere in here just to get this done. I'm going to tee over and then tee or elbow 90 down and then tee somewhere in here. Then I'm going to punch out 2 spigots. And then from the outside, I'll just hole cut those and then I'll be able to get at them. This will get skinned from top to bottom just for this one section between here and the door. But that should close this in pretty well. Of course, the roof's going to continue all the way over here. Got this side skinned. And then I think last time I looked, I hadn't done the centerpiece, but this side here is skinned. Let me go back and show you kind of what the effect we're going for now. So by having the same material on the well, the pump house, as we do on the shop, it should almost make that look like it disappears. We'll just have the sink out here, but it'll look much more friendly. And Thor is just dying for attention. I've been out and about all day, and he's just saying, hey, can you come hang with me? So I may go do that and call this, I'll just pause this until tomorrow. So here's a longer shot from the beginning of the driveway. You can see where that pump house now is going to really just blend into the shop. So that's what we were looking for, just cleaning up the front yard a little bit, making it look more presentable. So back in California, we used to always worry about having to mount and bolt racks, shelves, and those kind of things up to the wall to keep them from falling over because we had earthquakes. Earthquakes aren't such a thing here in Florida, but wind is. So I've got these, see if I can grab one on top. Got these kind of a spiral spike anchor thing. They're a hold down, so I'm going to basically screw this into the ground next to the shed and bolt the shed to it, and hopefully if a hurricane comes through, strong winds, it's not going to blow away. Don't know how much this is going to hold in sand, but it might be enough resistance to keep it from going anywhere. I think just the general weight in the shed will be better, but we'll find out one of these days, or maybe not. Well, I think I'm going to make that about as good as I'm going to get it. It works. Got the trim panels up, covering most of the wood. And just like any good Hollywood set, any part that's not seen as you're coming in, yeah, we don't even paint or cover or do any of that stuff with. So the idea was to make it look good from the street and mostly as you're walking around. So I did want to keep some ventilation, so that top piece is going to stay open. It gets wet in there, and I just don't want the electronics to get accumulated, and I need area to access stuff out the bottom for the vent and a way for water to get out this side. Got my drain done for the sink up to there. Got the sink mostly plumbed, and I think I mentioned earlier part of the reason why I want to keep this open is just to service it. But we got the hose bib in. That's done. I ordered a new hose for the cat's water dish, which will get plumbed in at that spigot. But yeah, let me go get a farther back look and just ignore the trash. The perspective from kind of the street, and as you come down the drive, looks much neater, much more organized, and well, a little less hack. But anyway, that's the story about the pump house. All right, so I got the sink set up, got a little bit of a shelf there where you can stand so you're not in the mud. The outside's all done. I think we are pretty much there with this thing. Of I don't think I've showed you what the inside looks like. So now we basically have, well, shade and some airflow out the top. So it stays actually pretty cool in here. Here's my plumbing going out to my spigots. And all of this is good. I think we're set. So, got hand soap there. I suppose I could set it back here now. It might stay shady most of the time. Maybe I'll do that so that it's a little more accessible. Just kind of set him there. Then at least it's not sitting in the sun all the time. That should work. If not, maybe I can make a little shelf over the top of that or something, just so we don't boil our soap. But yeah, even mounted my ladle. So we're all good. I'm gonna call this project done. Hey dear, how you doing? Just coming in to say hi. I know. Yeah, I'm with the cat. I'm okay. Well, I finally got these extension tubes so that I can get around and make sure I don't bend anything under here and get the contact points a little bit easier since the truck sits up higher. But yeah, putting the lift to work. Got the Tacoma up in the air. Should be a little bit easier to work on it. Let me walk around the back so you can see how this turned out. I think it'll go up a little bit more. See how much more headroom do we got? Oh yeah, we got lots more headroom. So I can go up a little bit further. Not sure that it sits level on there. They told me it was going to. To me, it seems like it's sitting downhill. But it's on the installer, I guess, at this point. But yeah, now we can get up and work on the truck. You can see the undercarriage fairly easily. And what we're interested in at the moment is doing an oil change, which will make it much easier to get at these panels here. This is where the oil filter is, and then we've got the oil drain plug is up there. So I think I want to go up a little bit higher though. And that was 2 more clicks. Yeah, that'll be easier to work on this, to get up on this, to get to the drain plug. Boy, it all looks really clean under here. Not like it's got 30,000 miles or anything on it. Very well done, Toyota. First time I've gotten this perspective on it. These tubes allow me to get, so if I didn't have them, these would be like that far apart when I'm trying to get these to land. And these arms have a lock. Right now you can't swing them because there's a pin under here. When the pin is up, it's deactivated, so you can swing the arms. So it makes it a little harder to get the pads to hit where they're supposed to. I'm just double checking. This was a tough one because there's this funky little plastic deal up next to this, and it looks like I nailed that one. And same thing with this one. I don't know what this little plastic deal is, but it's in the way because I want to put the pad like right here, but it looks fine. We will get to working on this once I can get Cody up and around. So I made this cart. See if I can roll it out here a little bit. So I wanted something to put the grapple on so I could roll it around, get it out of the way if need be. And I had a couple of these. This is actually 2 hospitality carts from the resorts. They, of course, dumped them at property control. So I welded together the two of them and took out the center set of wheels. So there's just 4 on the outside. Seems to work really well. Rolls around pretty well. I won't give you a close-up of my welds because, yeah, I'll just say that they worked. Obviously, it hasn't fallen apart in the middle. But I wanted something to be able to roll that around, so that was one of my projects, and it got me cranking up the welder. Now, what I need to also do is figure out what to do with my collection of carts. I like this one because it's got some cubbies up front. That one I'm deciding I really don't like. Don't know what to do with it though. I can't really take it apart and use the shelves for something else. So it may get donated. I don't know. We'll see. But that's kind of where I'm at, trying to get this stuff organized and cleaned up. It's getting better. Everything's on wheels so I can move it around. So yeah, off to work.
Come on, Orlando, let's give it up for Bantito! Man, that is absolutely something. Well, today,
I fell asleep at 40 and I woke up at 60.
oh man, that is...
I see the truck, but I don't see the plane. There it is.
Yeah, that's...
Come on, Orlando, let's give it up. That was close. Brittany, what do you think?
in an active airport.
So now you can see him climbing.
There's
If you look
Legion,
over your right shoulder, you can see
737,
Michael climbing high to the right.
taxiing
Continue to
past
go.
F-22 and Blue Angel number 7.
We're 1
Yeah.
minute away, ladies and gentlemen.
Just kinda
heard
weird.
From the cockpit, Michael Goulian is 1 minute away. He's getting everything ready to go. Now, you saw him earlier this morning when he raced.
That one goes like this.
They fly that to catch. They fly that ahead of it.
Right, I remember.
It's all the,
Yeah, that's much more fun for us.
it doesn't do it kind of thing.
I got that smoothed out a little bit more. Got most of the dirt out of there that I think was mine from the forestry service doing work. So that's mostly flattened out. Dirt went back over there and yeah, some back over in that area. But yeah, should all be good.